Hi there, it's Chris here with selfmadenewbie.com, and in this video we're going to go through the best beginner drones currently out there today, and I've kept this list as comprehensive as possible, narrowing it down to my absolute favorite 5, so no matter what you're looking for, there should be something on this list for you. So before we jump in, drop a like and subscribe and hit the bell to be updated with new videos. Alright, as usual, I'm going to skip the fluff and just jump in. If you want to confirm what my recommendations are, go in the description there and check out that list to ensure you get the best price. Alright, so the first one on my list is going to go to my overall or personal favorite, and this is the DJI Mini 3. So if you've ever wanted to spy on your neighbor's questionable lawn ornaments without leaving your couch, well, the DJI's got you covered. The DJI Mini 3, it's like giving the powers of a bird's eye view to someone who can't even keep a houseplant alive, especially in my case. So the key features, a pretty neat 12 megapixel camera, not just for creeping on the neighbors, but also those panoramic holiday shots. A range of a whopping 10 kilometers, so when you accidentally fly it into the next town, at least you know it's possible. Weight, only 248 grams, lighter than your phone, heavier than maybe your commitment issues. Battery size, 2453 mAh, so this thing lasts longer than probably all of my diet resolutions. The controller, it comes with one, but if you're the rebellious type, you can opt out. So the pros, high quality pics, it's compact and light. The cons, well, dodge the trees because it does lack collision avoidance. Also, hold on to your hats. No subject tracking, so when you're flying in strong wind, well, it might be a bit unstable. So despite being a tad sensitive though, this little beauty does capture some real crystal clear aerial shots. It's perfect for those who've mastered the art of not walking into lampposts and are ready to tackle the skies. The next one on the list is my recommendation for the best budget option, and this is the Rise T. So let's tone it down a bit and get to something that doesn't cost as much as a minor organ on the black market. Presenting the Rise T. So if DJI is like a fine dining experience, the T is like your trusty fast food, cheap, cheerful, and usually better actually indoors. Key features, camera resolution of 5 megapixels, so your blurry UFO shots will remain just as inconclusive. Range, 100 meters, good enough for your small garden adventures. The weight, a feather light 80 grams, so really the diet version of drones. And the battery size of 1100 mAh, so it'll last really for a quick spin around the block or two. The controller, well, have you got a smartphone? Because that's all you'll need. Just use the T app and you're ready to be airborne. Couple of the pros, very easy controls, very small, the decent battery as well. The cons, well, it doesn't handle wind that well, and also the controller, you do need to use your phone, so there's no versatility there. So despite being a little sensitive to breezy romances and offering video quality that could make a potato look HD, it is a solid choice still for beginners who are on a budget. The next one on the list is my recommendation for the best premium option. This is the DJI Mini 4 Pro. So you've got some cash burning a hole in your pocket and you want to elevate your drone game? Well, the DJI Mini 4 Pro. It's like trading in your reliable old bike for a shiny new sports car. If you're thinking of splurging on a premium beginner drone, well, this might be what you're looking for. Some of the key features, a dual treat with the camera resolution, 12 megapixel and a whopping 48 megapixels, so your cat photos will never look so dramatic from the sky. Range, a staggering 20 kilometers, so could technically fly over to your ex's place, although let's not go there. Weight, a neat 249 grams, so just under the limit, like when you try to sneak one more item into your 10 items or less cart. Battery size, well, choose between 2590 mAh or the Plus version, 3890 mAh. Europe, however, has to make do with less. Controller included, but those feeling a little bit extra, you can opt out. So the pros, night owls rejoice. It's got impressive moves in low light, omnidirectional vision sensing, and also all sorts of handy automated flight modes as well. The cons, not too fresh. If you already have a Mini 3 Pro, it might not be much of a step up. And also wind advisory, again with the wind issues with the DJIs, basically their MO. So in conclusion, despite being as comfortable in strong winds as a toupee, this drone's a real gem. It's a little fancy, a little bit show-offy, but hey, it's also absolutely top-notch in quality. If you're already sitting pretty with the Mini 3 Pro, maybe you don't need to take the leap, but if you're on the market for the cream of the crop, well, here it is. The next one on the list is my recommendation for the best alternative option, and this is the Autel Evo Nano Plus. So if you've been throwing money at DJI like it's a celebrity auction and you're vying for Brad Pitt's used teacup, maybe it's time to give someone else a shot. Meet the Autel Evo Nano Plus. It's like DJI's edgy cousin who just returned from a year of backpacking around the world and has loads of cool stories to tell. The key features: 12.5 megapixel camera resolution. It's like seeing in HD when you've only ever known standard def. Range, a sizable 16.8 kilometers, and let's be real, that's probably further than most of our social lives anyway. Weight, again, 249 grams. Battery size, a reasonable 2250 mAh, more than enough to capture the neighbor's questionable topiary choices. And the controller, well, it is included, but what's a drone without a puppet master? So the pros: a bit of lens envy, massive sensor, and a lens so bright it's like the overachiever in school. Crash proof, almost. It does have collision detection, and also just impeccable quality. The cons: butterfingers beware, it is a bit on the delicate side, and also no subject tracking. So in conclusion, while it might be a tad on the fragile side and perhaps it's not yet mastered the subtle art of subject tracking, the Evo Nano Plus is still a stunner, particularly for all you night photographers out there aiming to get that perfect rooftop shot of city lights or just stalking. The next one is my recommendation for the best FPV drone, and this is the Beta FPV Cetus X. So for many, FPV or first person view flying is like the final frontier of drone exploration. It's risky, it's thrilling, and it's not for the faint hearted. If you've ever wanted to dip your toes into the adrenaline filled waters of FPV without breaking the bank or the drone, meet the Beta FPV Cetus X. Key features: the camera resolution is not its forte, but hey, if you're into flying and not filming, it's still decent. The range, an ample 600 meters, so far enough to freak out a little bit. Also the weight, feather light at 55 grams, the battery at 450 mAh, kind of like the smartphone you had in 2010, and the controller is optional, but it is recommended unless you are, of course, telepathic. The pros: it is an all-in-one kit, so perfect for a newbie. Also the flight modes galore, a drone you won't outgrow in a hurry. The cons: patience, you will crash a lot. It is like learning to ride a bike, but in the sky. And also battery life that's shorter than a goldfish's attention span, basically. So to wrap up, for many, the allure of FPV flying is the thrill of the pilot's seat perspective, and the Beta FPV Cetus X kit delivers exactly that. It is a no-nonsense entry into the world of FPV that, while not without its flaws, provides beginners the tools to start off and eventually perform aerial acrobatics. Alright, so hopefully there's something on that list for you. If you have any questions, you can drop them down below, and if you found value in this video, it really helps if you drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.